I put up subway tile. That's not hard to do, but.
Thank you, Sven.
Do it subway tile right now, yes, not difficult, but time consuming. See, I like this because it can really make it lots of progress. Yeah. First row is always.
The first row is the most important. If you want level, the first row has got to be level.
I've never put up tile. Never put up tile.
Are we ready?
No, you know, we're
Good evening. It is now 6:01 PM. We will call the council meeting, the regular meeting to order. Call the roll, please.
Kirkland,
here.
Mahler.
Here.
Walling. Here. Schott.
Yes.
Klein. Here.
All right, thank you. I need a motion for tonight's agenda.
So move. Second.
Any discussion on the agenda before we call the roll to approve it? Okay, I'll call the roll, please.
Klein. Yes. Walling. Yes. Kirkland.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Schott.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to consent agenda. Tonight for the consent agenda, we have the following: minutes of the August 1st, 2022 regular city council meeting. Payments and contract services, all of these are Bolton and Mink. Runway 1430 seconds, relocation phase 3, $14,730.25. Runway 1432, runway phase 2, $11,248.65. Runway 14/32, relocation phase 1, $41,948 even. Runway 1430 seconds, relocation land acquisition, $4,995.25. General airport engineering services, $240, and that should total out to be $73,162.15. Tonight for claims registers and financials, we have $1,437,207.71. We also have license and permits tonight. The following have applied for a liquor license. Mary Nichols doing business as Mary Rose, 1215 Warford Street, a new Class B native wine permit with Sunday sales privilege. The police and fire inspections have been done and are on file at City Hall. I need a motion to approve those consent items.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion about those consent agenda items? If not, call the roll, please.
Schott.
Yes.
Kirkland.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Klein. Yes.
Thank you. Moving on to city administrator's report.
All right, so probably the biggest thing for me in last month is a bunch of airport project stuff. Obviously, you want a lot of action with Bolton and Mink on the airport grounds, as well as a pay request on the agenda for some of the dirt moving. So a lot going on the project side, and then so far, the city taking over the hands-on management of the airport. Things have been going really well. And July was a very good month for fuel sales. So we had some ag sprayers in and they were really using a lot of fuels and were able to buy from us. So that was definitely a very good start to that for a first month. So
good.
Other than that, just kind of getting stuff started for the year, projects going. So
Who takes care of those sales if we don't have anybody out there?
so it's a automated system.
It
So
is.
just like any gas
So they
station, you
put in
can
the
swipe
credit
your credit card, fill up.
Awesome.
So, yep,
That makes it easy.
you bet. So,
Any leads on
yep, airport, couple people from the airport commission and I have interviewed a few and still kind of putting some feelers out and having conversations about who would be the right fit for that position. So I think we're getting pretty close though. So,
Now, can anybody go out and buy airplane fuel?
yep.
So I could put some in my hot rod.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a good number of people that come out and get a gallon or 5 gallons at a time. So, yeah, stuff runs good.
I've heard it.
But it's a touch more expensive, though. I can tell you that.
My rider go faster with the airplane fuel?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then the nice thing about it is it can last a long time. It's like good for 3 years at a time. So,
Anything else for Sven? If not, we'll move on to mayor council report and comments. I don't really have anything except to say like everybody else, I'm sure. Thankful for the rain. Hope it rains all night like it's supposed to. We certainly need it. Council comments?
Latino Fest is it August 24th,
27th.
27th,
Saturday the 27th.
and what time?
11 to 7.
And it's at the park this year.
And where does the parade start?
Do you just want to come up or? Luckily, Mary is on the hub board, so she can answer all of the questions.
Hi, 11 to 7, I believe the parade, 12th and Willis,
That's where it usually starts, I think.
Yeah. yeah. It'll come up Willis, go across, and then go down to the park.
I would encourage the public to bring some more things into that parade this year. Last year, it was pretty short. I talked to a bunch of old hot rodders, see if we can get some cars in there.
Okay,
Who do they contact Mary about if they want to be in part of the parade?
send them to me and I'll send them on to Eileen. I don't know, I don't have her email on me, but if you just contact me at the library, and I will send it on to the person who's in charge of the parade.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Mary.
Anything else for council comments? If not, we'll move on to open forum. Anybody here for open forum tonight? If so, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the council. Nobody for open forum? Okay. Next item is nuisance abatement hearing. As approved by council on August 1st, 2022, the nuisance abatement hearing was postponed till August 15th at our regular city council meeting. That's tonight. This hearing is taking place at the request of Ms. Nicole Graham on a notice of abatement nuisance. Ms. Graham received at her property located at 1206 16th Street on June 25, 2022. The hearing is being held in accordance with the city council or city ordinance, 50.13. Nicole Graham said she couldn't be here tonight, but we're going to go ahead without her. Mark Colton can't be here tonight either, but Daniel's going to kind of go over it with us.
Yeah, so as you said, Daniel Van Hollen will be substituting for Mark Colton here. So in late June, our compliance officer received an anonymous complaint discussing a lot of, we'll call it dog residue on a lawn that was creating a very noxious odor. This would create a violation of chapter 50.02 of our code, as well as chapter 302.1 of the International Property Maintenance Code. These were founded, however, they were ameliorated within a reasonable amount of time. However, on June 23rd of 2022, Mark Colton did spot 4 dogs on the lawn. Due to the size, he felt that they were past that 6-month period where you don't need to register the dog. He checked our animal registry and found that no dogs have been registered at that property since 2017. Given all of this, it seems that there was a violation of chapter 55.03 of our code, and so notice was sent on the 25th indicating that these need to be registered or the owner would be facing a municipal infraction citation. We did check with the database on the Iowa Animal Industry Bureau, and she is not listed as a commercial kennel, which we believe was evidence that these dogs are not being kenneled there. So we assume that that means that she probably does own them. No evidence was presented indicating otherwise during this time as well. So the appeal here is, generally to determine whether or not staff has misinterpreted the code or has misattributed or is unfairly applying it. Given the evidence that we have collected and what has not been presented to us by the recipient of the notice, we do feel this is a pretty literal interpretation of the code. Obviously, council has the discretion to determine whether relief or overturning our decision is necessary, but that's staff's opinion would be to hold the our findings. Certainly here to answer any questions, should anybody have anything they'd like clarification on.
Any questions for Daniel or any discussion?
They were loose in the yard, but the yard is fenced.
Any other questions for Daniel?
Has there been more problems with dog feces in the yard or not since that first problem?
Not since it was brought to us this most recent time. There has been a previous complaint regarding the odor and feces back in 21, but there hasn't been a subsequent complaint since June. Violation fines. I couldn't tell you the exact number off the top of my head, but like I said, this would be a municipal infraction.
So it's just the 2 complaints in 21.
Regarding this, yes, there was a complaint in on May of 2020 regarding grass and miscellaneous junk.
Do you know how long the person was residing?
It was the same owner. I don't know how long they've been there, but
really the only issue at hand tonight is the registration of the dogs, correct?
correct.
Yeah.
Has she made any comment about why she hasn't registered them or doesn't register them?
She has said that they are not her dogs, that she's just housing them. Again, we checked with the Iowa Animal Industry Bureau, and she's not a kennel. Okay, we can't really confirm that they weren't just friends' dogs, but she hasn't provided any evidence aside from the statement that that was the case.
So again, the issue tonight is the fact that dogs weren't registered. I guess it's up to us to decide if we want to take any action or let the ordinance, excuse me, let the citation stand.
I feel that since she's not here, we can't ask her questions. And I don't know, if the dogs aren't hers and she's babysitting them or whatever, we don't know for how long. Evidently, she's not told you, but it hasn't been since June. I mean, if it was a real problem with us going through the heat we went through and stuff, I think there'd be more complaints after June. And if she's kind of cleaned it up, I don't know. See the fence, it's not somebody else's yard.
Again, this issue is about the dog registration, not the feces. So the 4 dogs not being registered is what the discussion would be about.
And
And we have so many other dogs probably in town that aren't registered too, so I mean, is this complaint, with this complaint came around that her dogs weren't registered.
I think that
That's
was
how they-
cause of getting to
Okay,
that they're Are not registered, yes.
So I guess, so we just have our,
I just feel that, the ordinance is there, register your dogs. Doesn't cost that much.
Her position is that they are not her dogs.
Well,
Right.
she used to be here. and
Right,
tell us
right,
that.
and that's, we don't have any way to work with her, that's still her stance.
Are the dogs still there?
We haven't spotted them since, so I can't confirm or deny that.
have to be at the right time to
We're-
see if they're out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not like we're driving by every 15 minutes every day, so I think it was more of just a chance thing that they were out. But
She has not given us any evidence whose dogs they are. She hasn't got them registered as I understand it. So I think the question is if we want to let the citation stand or if we want to.
I'm in the opinion it's been ongoing since June. She's had multiple opportunities to be here and or contact someone in the city. About the citation, it doesn't seem like a very high on the priority list. Letter, which that was written that I read last week, seemed different, but there was also no explanation other than they're not about.
Well, and even if the dogs belong to somebody else, they still need to be registered. Whoever-
Yeah, but that's somebody else's responsibility, not hers, if she's just taking care of it. She can't be cited for a dog if she's just taking care of it.
If that's indeed the case.
If that's the case, yeah. We really need, I think we need more information. I would like to see her here before we do anything.
so it was on the, I guess, recommendation of Dewey that we hold the hearing tonight. I don't know if he has thoughts on that.
Yeah, let's give a little more information. So tonight, this is just a warning. So what I would ask the council to do, if this is the way you feel, would just be to make a motion affirming the actions of Mr. Colton with his warning. Okay, if he actually decides to cite her based upon the evidence, she'll still be able to have a hearing with the court. So this is just a warning tonight. So there wasn't a formal request to extend this hearing again, and you already extended it to today. That is the reason why it's appropriate to have the hearing tonight, because she didn't request that you folks move it to our next meeting.
No.
So instead of us just moving it, I think it's appropriate to have it tonight. Again, this is only a warning, so I would just recommend that you affirm the actions of Mr. Colton.
I'd make a motion that we extend her to the warning system and keep this rolling.
Any further discussion? If not, call the roll, please.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Muller.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Schott.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Thank you.
for clearing that up.
Moving on to old business. First item under old business, and only item I guess under old business is approval of pay application number 4 for phase 1 of relocation of runway 14/32. Pay application number 4 in the amount of $106,231.85 to Wenthold Excavating LLC for grading work on phase 1 of the relocation of runway 14/32. Has been received and signed by the engineer, which recommends approval. Need a motion, please?
I make a motion.
I'll second that.
Discussion?
Sounds like the grading is going along well.
Very well. And I think
Good.
even this rain should really not be that big of an issue because it is very dry out there. So it should soak in pretty good and they should be back at it in no time.
Although during that dry, they had a ditch there that had water in it.
Yep, that's the
So I was
water,
amazed.
that's the water table out there.
Yeah,
And that's part of the issue of the condition of the current runway is that water table is so high and that's in a drought. So I think they said it was only like 2 or 3 feet deep in
Yeah.
some places, the water table, so.
They said it's compacted really well.
Yep.
Even in the
So
heat.
that's good. And then sub drains are definitely, even when they were trenching in the sub drains, I was out there and the trench was only open for probably 15, 20 minutes and there was already a couple of inches of water in the bottom of the trench.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's definitely swampy up there, but that's also at the top of the hill. So,
So are we tiling it away?
yep. So on both sides of the runway are sub drains and that'll help keep the water out from underneath the runway.
Okay, any further discussion on the approval of pay application number 4? If not, call the roll, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Berkeley.
Yes.
Muller,
Yes.
Schott,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Thank you. New business. First item under new business is resolution authorizing a fireworks permit for J&M Displays Incorporated. J&M Displays has requested a fireworks permit be issued to them on behalf of the Perry Community School District. Each year, a request is made for the school district to display fireworks during a halftime of the homecoming football game. Chapter 125 of the Perry Code of Ordinance states that approval is required prior to fireworks being displayed within the Perry city limits. The display would take place on the evening of September 16, 2022, during halftime at the Perry Community School District Athletic Complex located on the northeast corner of McKinley Street and 18th Street. Certificate of liability insurance has been received. With passage of this resolution, it would allow the issuance of the permit resolution approving, excuse me, that's it, okay. Need a motion?
I make a motion to approve a resolution authorizing a fireworks permit for J&M Displays Incorporated.
I'll second.
Discussion?
This is our every year thing for homecoming. Just a little overview of that week. Wednesday night is the homecoming parade. Thursday night, we're planning on doing kind of a downtown tailgate night for the community for the game on Friday. And then obviously the football game Friday. So
Fireworks display is great. I certainly support it. I just wish the home crowd didn't have to turn around and see it because it's in back of the home seats, as you know, if you've been out there.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? If not, call the roll, please.
Muller,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Berkeley.
Yes.
Walling, yes, Schott.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next item, resolution approving job description and pay range of the adult services librarian position in the city of Perry, Iowa. Due to an upcoming retirement of a librarian, it is necessary to begin the hiring process for the position. The job description and pay range of the soon-to-be vacant position needed revisions and updates made to better fit the current structure of the library. The job description is attached as part of this resolution. Need a motion, please?
I make a motion that we pass a resolution approving the job description and pay rate for the services library position. in the city of Perry.
I'll second that.
Discussion?
Mary is here if you want to talk about it or answer any questions.
Jill Cook is retiring. October 31st is her last day. And then we will be in another search for a youth services librarian because Suzanne will be retiring and her last day is December 9th. So we're restructuring the whole department. And so we've been advertising since the beginning of the month. And I've received, I don't know, what was it, 7 today? I have 7 applications. So, yeah.
How long has Jill been there? She's been there quite a while, hasn't she?
Jill, I think 16 years.
That's quite a while.
Yes, yeah. And Suzanne somewhere up in the 20s, I think 25. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the change in pay scale brings both the youth services and adult services to about the same level.
Yeah.
Same range. So,
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion or questions about this Resolution for the job description and pay range.
Thank you. It's pretty inclusive.
Yes, it is. Very.
Okay, if there's
Try your shoes, please.
no further discussion, call the roll, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Berkland.
Yes.
Schott,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes,
Thank you. Next item, resolution setting a public hearing on an amendment to the franchise agreement with Interstate Power and Light Company, Alliant Energy. In order for the council to take action on the proposed amendment to the franchise fee charge on the gross receipts of the sale of electricity to customers to the city limits of Perry, they first must publish and hold a public hearing to receive comments on such inaction. This resolution would set a public hearing for September 6, 2022 in the second floor meeting room of the Town Craft Building located at 1122 Willis Avenue, Perry, Iowa, at 6:00 p.m. and directs the city clerk to publish and said notice accordingly. Need a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to set, or make a motion to approve resolution setting a public hearing on an amendment to the franchise agreement with Interstate Power and Light Company, Alliant Energy.
Okay, again, this is just setting the public hearing. In discussion about setting the public hearing. If not, call the roll, please.
Klein,
Yes,
Walling,
Yes.
Berkland,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Schott,
Yes.
Next item, resolution approving and adopting a revenue purpose statement for the use or expenditure of revenue from an electric service franchise fee. This resolution would approve the drafted revenue purpose statement pursuant to the provision of section 364.2 subsection parents 4, parents F, and section 384.38 of the Code of Iowa. Revenue statement needs to be approved to outline the purposes for which the city shall use the franchise fee revenues that will be received if the proposed ordinance is adopted. This proposed ordinance would amend the franchise fee charge on the gross receipts of the sale of electricity up to customers within the city limits of Perry, increasing it 2% to a total of 4%. The increase in franchise fee revenue would be used to, as better outlined in the drafted staff objective statement. Need a motion, please?
I move we approve the resolution approving and adopting a revenue purpose statement for the use or expenditure of revenues from the electric service franchise.
Discussion?
So this is kind of a precursor to the actual setting the franchise agreement with Alliant Energy. This is just our, like it said, our revenue purpose statement of things that we would be spending the funds on. So with the proposal for this franchise fee, it would first be for a trimming program of all of the street trees in the city, and then removal of all the ash trees in the right of way, a tree replanting program within the right of way, and then ultimately the funding for a sidewalk program to be able to put in sidewalks, provide grants to help homeowners repair or put in sidewalks. So that's kind of, the sidewalk comes after the ash trees. And I don't know if driving or walking around town, you can probably really see that the ash trees are the ash borer has been here and ash trees are really not in good shape. So it's important to get on that. But then to me, it's not fun. It's not the fun, exciting part to be taking down the ash trees, but really excited about the trimming program that takes a lot of wear and tear off of not only our city plow trucks and winter plowing snow, but all delivery vehicles driving around or large vehicles. But then also, I think there's a fair amount of money spent with the bus department on school buses for mirrors and stuff like that on low hanging branches. Also, something that we've talked about quite a bit is freeing up some of Mark Colton's time so that we can be more proactive on other compliance issues. It's really just kind of it's a time suck for him to go around and write people up for street trees and stuff like that to take care of them. So this is a way that every 3 years, every tree in the city will be trimmed up into compliance. And then again, really looking forward to spending the next few years getting a plan in place to really be able to tackle sidewalks and have a steady funding stream for sidewalks.
Is this
So-
trimming program also going to let them know the sidewalks?
Yep, so it will be for the street side and the sidewalk side. So the first 3 years are probably going to be more expensive because getting everything up into compliance, but the contractor will get everything above compliance, not just right at it. And then it won't be as bad in the coming years after that of going back and trimming things back up.
I'm getting tired of that.
Yeah. Yep. So I think overall it's, it's a good way to be able to spread that cost out, and really even increasing the franchise fee is less expensive in long run than having somebody come and trim the trees. So for the homeowners themselves. But
This is gonna average $5 a month for each resident.
no, it wasn't that. Do you remember off the top of your head, Josh or Jack?
2% of $100 bills and $2. So your electric bill will be $250 a month for $5.
So bills are seasonal unless you're on budget billing and things like that. So just kind of depends on how much power you use.
Okay, any further discussion on this resolution? If not, call the roll, please.
Schott,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Berglund,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Next item, resolution setting a date and time for a safety/employee appreciation day. After a 2-year hiatus, the Safety Employee Appreciation Day is being requested to resume. During the City of Perry Safety and Employee Appreciation Day, employees learn and are updated on important safety programs, policies, and tutorials to maintain a safe workplace. This resolution would approve setting the Safety/Employee Appreciation Day for Wednesday, October 26, 2022, from 10:30 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. in the Perry Police Department Sally Port, located at 908 Willis Avenue. Need a motion, please?
I make a motion to pass resolution setting a date and time for Safety Employee Appreciation Day.
And I'll second that.
Discussion, something we haven't had for a couple of years. That's great that we're gonna re-implement. COVID took away a lot of things. That was one of them.
Let Josh give an overview of what's what.
Yeah, this will be our 8th annual, which we did miss a couple of years, but basically bring all the employees in for a day, 3 hours or so, cater a lunch, have various speakers come in, talk about different things, do some recognition. We missed a couple of years there of recognizing employees that have been here for a long time. We have some businesses around town that kind of help us out with things. We've changed our safety committee quite a bit. Councilmember Klein, Councilmember Schotter, they attend our meetings every month, which is excellent. So I think they can see some of the things that we're trying to do and just kind of promote that safety culture and kind of recognize the employees for, doing a good job and thank them for their years of service. So, which I would also like to invite all of you to come and attend that day as well. Come listen to the speakers and join us for lunch, if you would. And I always ask the mayor to come and give an opening statement. So
You'll be there.
thank you. So, thank you.
It's always a good day. I think it's the impression I've always had is the employees appreciate the day. As you discussed, it's time for some safety, training and updates, and also take some time out for appreciation, which we should do every day. But it's a great day. It really is.
It is, yeah. I think it means a lot to a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
Have you had any safety claims this year?
we've had a few.
Has it gone up from previous years?
Eric had one.
Well, because of HIPAA laws, we can't say who. But somebody had like a real big claim sitting in the back with the police uniform on. No, not, we've had a few, but nothing major, you know.
Yeah, I think there was only one lost time claim,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
So,
so.
Thank you. Any more discussion or questions about our Safety Employee Appreciation Day? Glad we're gonna have it again. Call the roll, please.
Mahler,
Yes.
Schott,
Yes.
Berglund.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Klein.
Yes,
Thank you. Next item, resolution approving a readdressing of a parcel. The parcel where Scooter's Coffee will be built is currently addressed as 410 First Avenue. The storefront immediately south of the parcel is also addressed as 410 First Avenue. As such, Scooter's address will be needed to be updated. Staff has identified 414 First Avenue as the best option. This action will approve the address change and staff to forward the new address to the county. Need a motion?
I make a motion, we pass a resolution of approving the readdressing of parcel.
Any discussion about that readdressing?
How does that happen? You have two different parcels.
So that used to be all one. I'm gonna let Daniel.
So
I
yeah,
was gonna explain it.
once upon a very long time ago, the location where Scooters is going was a service station. It got demolished and then it served as a parking lot for the Verizon store. And it just got that address tacked on. Since changed ownership twice now and is going to be developed. So it's just something that kind of fell through the cracks and needs to be addressed or readdressed, I guess.
I think it was the car wash portion of the gas station or something like that. So
I don't even remember
I
gas
don't
station.
remember a gas station being there.
was that Ampride?
No, Ampride was there. That's
Yeah.
right. It wasn't that, yes. Absolutely.
Back in my day. it
I
was
remember
Ampride.
Ampride now.
I don't even remember it there.
I do now. Okay, any other discussion about that? Ampride or the address? If not, call the roll, please.
Berglund.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Mahler.
Yes,
Schott,
absolutely.
Klein.
yes,
I'm glad we got that sorted out. Resolution approving a preliminary plat, 2426 Elna Way LLC wishes to split a parcel they own commonly known as 1505 18th Street. The Planning Commission reviewed the request during their July meeting and wanted to see the shed located on the lot to be demolished before they provided approval of the split. The plat was presented to the commission in August, which with enforceable commitments that the shed would be removed. The Planning Commission recommends approval of the preliminary plat with the stipulation that the shed be demolished. Discussion?
Need a motion. I make a motion to pass a resolution
Oh,
approving
yeah.
the preliminary plat.
I'll second.
Now any discussion?
No, it had an electric connection that's since been removed. It's just a derelict shed. We didn't want to create a new parcel with a non-compliant use on it. So that's kind of the reason for the action.
It was just a picnic shelter for the Moose Lodge, is that right?
That's precisely it. Yeah.
Any further discussion about this plat? If not, call the roll, please.
Berglund.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes,
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Schott.
Yes.
Thank you. Having no further business before us tonight, we stand adjourned at